Hello. You almost caught me doing this. I'm so glad that I stopped before I started filming. Hello, everybody. I don't know. Well, I do know what to talk about a little bit. Since I feel kind of crazy when I talk about my little paranormal experiences, but it's so much a part of my life and it's so real to me that, and I know a lot of you are interested in it as well. So I'll just go ahead and slather on the crazy and tell about it. And I had not told you about the stop it, just stop it thing until last night. I had another thing happen to me about a year ago. And I suspect it's the same person. I was standing in the kitchen, and we have, like a lot of kitchens do, there's like a countertop, and then it laps over kind of into the living room, and it's like a bar. We have our couch up against us, so we can set our glasses back behind us on it, you know. And Falcon was on the couch there on the other side of the kitchen counter, and I was in the kitchen, like, washing dishes and cooking some dinner. I was gossiping about somebody, telling tales out of school about someone. I don't remember who or what it was about, but all of a sudden, and you would think I'd remember, I think it was my right ear, I'm pretty sure, because I remember I was facing the living room talking about whatever or whoever, and right in my ear, as if someone's lips were like right here, I hear this male voice in kind of a deep tone go, like, oh really, do tell more. And it was almost mocking. It was almost like, you're such a gossip, you know. Sadly, and that's all there was to it. And it was so deep and so right in my ear that it tickled my eardrum. And I actually went like that because it tickled, like, I don't know if you've ever had a bee or a fly go right past your ear and there's like that and it tickles. That's what it was like. It was kooky. It did not frighten me. I thought it was amusing. It startled me. These things always startle me. But I'm beyond being frightened by any of this. So that was that story from a year ago. I need to make a video for my Black Cat Mambo account. Those of you who don't know, that's my little paranormal account. I hardly ever put anything on it. And that noise you're hearing, that's me moving change on the little table here. The little keyboard table. No, it was me putting my hand down. I burped. Hoorah! Almost every time I make a video. I think because I get a little nervous. Anyway, I believe I have the sound coming out of my desktop mic and not the video mic today. I think when I made that last video, the sound was coming out of my video mic. There's a definite difference. I prefer the desktop, but every time, let's see if you can hear it now, every time I tap or do anything around the desk, you can hear it. But anyway. Let's see, what else do I have? I actually made a little list because I'm so tired. I'm so very, very tired, y'all. Tired. And part of the reason I'm tired is that my sleep has been all messed up. All messed up. Because y'all know I had a CPAP there for a while. Just for sleep apnea, for those of you that don't know. It's a little machine, and it sends pressurized air through a tube and into your nose or into your mouth, like through a mask. Or look what big nostrils I have. I have crazy big nostrils. Anyway, and it helps open up that airway. Some people, lots of people who are not fat get it. Lots of people, more people that are not fat get it than people who are fat. But being heavy is a contributing factor to it. I don't want to blame it all on that because I've always been fat, but I have not always had sleep apnea. I've always snored, though. Even when I was a little kid, I snored. But whatever the case, no matter what, you want to blame it on genetics or being chubby or whatever, I got to where it was super bad, and I was actually not breathing for like 30 seconds or more. I would not be able to breathe. And what happens is the heart is saying, holy crap, start breathing. And it starts pumping really, really hard, and adrenaline's going all through the body. And if you're lucky, eventually you start breathing again. But some people, most of the people that die in their sleep, it's usually because of that. That's what I've read anyway. A great deal of people who just kind of like mysteriously die in their sleep, it's because they stopped breathing. And their heart couldn't get enough adrenaline going and get things going enough. So what happens is I either have really poor sleep because I'm not getting enough oxygen and my body is fighting just to stay alive all night. Like, holy crap, you're dying. kind of thing. Or I wake up a lot. Wake up over and over and over because I'm just choking. Or I'm snoring so much that I'm waking myself up. That happens when I'm going to sleep a lot of nights. So as soon as I drift into sleep, I start snoring and it wakes me up again. And so for a long, complicated reason that I shall not go into, I had to give up my CPAP machine. And I've been very unhappy about that. But I could not afford it. It was way too expensive. So, and it was always a hassle. Let me tell you, at first I didn't miss it. I thought, oh my God, I'm free. I can roll around. I can sleep all crooked on the bed. I don't have to be tethered to this thing all night. And at first it didn't seem like it made much of a difference to me without it. And it was okay. But now I am really starting to feel it again. I wake up about every hour or so, like fully wake up, and I think it's time to get up because I have so much adrenaline in me. And then I'll look at my iPhone and see it's only like an hour or a half hour later than when I went to sleep. So I'm constantly being woken up. And so I have headaches all day, and I feel so tired and run down. I cannot get enough sleep no matter how long I lay in bed and go through this charade of, the sleep thing, which is not very good sleep. And it's starting to make me feel really crappy. So I decided to take matters into my own hands, like I have with several of my medical problems, where I'm trying some supplements and I'm trying to do it. It's like if I can't get doctors to help me, then I need to help myself. So what I did, I remembered reading on a apnea forum that I used to belong to. I still do. I just don't keep up with it anymore because there's no point. But they would talk about people that would use the little nasal pillow thing where it would blow up your nose, that mouth falls open, and then the air comes from your nose right out your mouth. And there's all this headgear you can get that's kind of stretchy, and it goes up under your chin like that, and up your head and around your head, and helps keep your mouth shut. So I decided to look into those and see about getting one of those. And I started thinking about, well, my mouth being shut probably isn't going to be enough. And what if my nose gets stuffy? Because my nose is, I'm always having to use nose spray. Don't lecture me about the sinus spray. Just don't. Been using it since I was 16, and it's one of those things I have to have with me. But so I decided on 3 different things that I'm going to try, probably at the same time, because I've got to get some sleep and some relief from this. I feel like I'm going to die. My heart beats really hard all day long. Really hard, and it makes me feel very shaky and weird. And I've tested my blood pressure. My blood pressure is not particularly high. It's just go. So I ordered one of the funky little chin strap things. I look cute with no double chin and with a square face. Oh my God, that's so weird. Okay, sorry. I am very sleep deprived, and I had a very bad day today, which I won't go into that because it involves a friend who meant no harm, but she upset me anyway, and I love her, and I don't want to talk bad about her. So it's one of those kind of, never mind. So I got that, and I got this thing called a nose pin, and I've never seen them before, but it's like, imagine a thimble made out of plastic, and it's kind of like a woven thing, so there's lots of holes in it. And there's 2 of them, and between them is a little piece of plastic that fits right here. And you put them up to your nose. I am putting my fingers up my nose a lot in this video. I apologize, but it goes up your nose and holds it open, right? And they brag about the little holes so that your nose hairs can poke through and still filter stuff throughout the night. And I also got one of the things, I bet a lot of you know about these. It's a little mouthpiece, and you put it in hot water, and it gets malleable, and then you put it in your mouth and bite down on it for a certain period of time, and as it cools, it molds to your mouth, and then you wear it at night, and it makes your jaw and your tongue stick forward a little bit. Like if you move your tongue forward just a little bit, you should be able to tell that you can breathe a little easier. Your throat doesn't feel as tight. And so I think I'm going to try all 3. The chin guard will hold the mouth shut so the mouth thing doesn't fall out, and the nose pin will hold my nostrils open. So that's cool. And I ordered them today, and I'm very anxious to get them and try them, and I will let you know how they work for those of you that don't have $1 million. Those three things from Amazon ended up costing us about $60, a little over $60 with the shipping. So it's, you know, not too bad if it saves my life and makes me feel better. And you see my silly hair? Okay, look, I dyed my hair today, and it has done strange things. I think because I had some virgin hair growth, and it dyed differently on that than it did on my previously dyed hair, or maybe that's on my skin. I can't tell. Some funky henna stuff that my sister uses, and it came in chocolate brown. It comes in all kinds of colors, even though it's henna. Anyway, dyed my hair. But these things, this is a familiar stance. I made another video long ago showing these. I just separate my hair in two parts and just twirl it until it starts doubling up on itself, you know, and then wrap the end around. And then I put the little just elastic band things that are made for hair. Don't put rubber bands in your hair. It will tear your hair out. But I put those on there just to secure it. This is after I've washed my hair and dried it almost completely, like where it looks dry, but you feel it and it feels a little cool still. So it's just a little bit wet. Do that, and then I go to sleep. And then tomorrow I will take them down and show you how I did my hairdo that I had last time that a few people said they really liked. That's me cracking my knuckles. That's it. Over 10 minutes. Gotta go. Love ya. Happy Mother's Day to mothers of 4 and 2 footers.